It's Plugmar.
You don't have enough light to get me.
You wanna bet?
Yes.
How much do you wanna bet?
I'll bet you, here, since it's on tape, I'll give you $10,000 if you can see me.
Okay.
Just kidding.
I got it documented, Plug. You've had it. It's is chilling at Grandpa's house.
Is that the same tape you're sending to Taylor?
Maybe. Maybe not. Actually, I probably should have checked to see if this thing was... if I'm recording over anything or not. It's Hoffley. Hello, Hoffley.
I'll be a criminal.
Todd, tell me about the Bears.
The Bears. This is the Moscow Bears. Moscow Bears.
The Moskva Bears? The Gorbachevs? Why isn't it the Moscow Gorbies?
Yeah, the Moscow Bears. I never thought of that. It's even rad.
Yeah, it sure is.
Interesting. Well, I'm going to use this to kill chickens in.
Yeah, this is just an... I don't blame you, Todd. The blood of generations...
The blood of the proletariat will be on this hat.
That's right. That's right. It's represented by both. Both.
Yes.
Dixie down. Not far away. And I went out there and got a lot of sex. A lousy shape. These guys open them in a different way, and they don't, you know, these sacks are going to be smoothed out. You and Doug helped me. You know what we went through.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Doug and I are going to go call our spouses.
Oh, okay.
And so we'll be back.
Good.
Is
Are they going to
He's in the back. He's going to that's why. Watches.
Oh, yeah. So I went out to Dixie Towns and got a lot of these bags. And that's what got me by this year. Now, I can do the same thing next year. But I've been thinking, if I could get a brooder bed, like Sears cheap out, I went up and ordered it. And they brought it in for me. And I said, now, I want to pick this up whenever you say it's ready. It's for $10, they'll assemble it. And I'm absolutely incapable. I can't read directions, assemble anything.
Well, $10, good grief. Unless it's awful simple, $10 is sure worth it.
I hope you're snoring.
Yeah.
Hello, all you lovely American people that I love and that love me. Hello, hello, hello.
Jonathan Stephenson Cannon.
What's that thing doing?
It's recording. It's focusing on Grandpa, and I'm about to put the date down.
This
Well, it
was,
keeps whizzing back
this was
and forth.
zooming and stuff.
Oh, it says August 2nd, which is inaccurate. It's really August 1st. I have an inferior camera.
Well, Grandpa, you're very photogenic.
Right there. It's that big black there.
Oh, okay. It's on the other side.
Here we are approaching Sage Ranch in Dameron Valley. There's Dad at the wheel. There's Grandpa on the front. Next here. Blugmar. And Hoffley. Of course, I'm on the other end of the camera.
Which is a good place to be.
This reminds me of a song. Rollin', rollin', rollin'.
You can see the trees there.
Well, it looks like you did have some trees suffered there, Dad.
Here comes Sage Ranch up on our right, I think.
Big moment.
Yep.
Suffered the least. And these big trees.
Like your great big head's in the way. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no kidding. They look pretty good.
Some of those trees' tops are really dead. And I've got some of them. I've removed 9 of them.
Boy, this is
There it is.
Above corn to be
Doug,
proud of.
I want you to help me with that rooster. We got to get him fed and watered.
Are you selling your ranch, Grandpa?
He's had that.
He's had that sign up for a long time. Yeah, you see how old and weather-beaten it is?
Yeah.
He's had it out for. He says he always figures if someone paid for it, he might
Probably
be
don't
willing to
believe it
sell it.
anymore.
So he wants to give people the opportunity to make an offer if they want to.
Someone asked him how much he wanted. Didn't he say $100,000 or something?
Something like that.
Oh, really?
Oh, I had one.
He even had it in the classifieds. In the Herald.
Really?
Oh, in the Daily Herald, really?
Well, I know he's always wanted to trade it for a comparable place.
Oh, be sure that gate over there is shut. When would you like me to come with you? Keep your date.
All right,
You'll figure it out. Are we trapped in here?
Oh, take it easy, fellas. We're not after you.
I know they were messing with it.
I don't know what the fascination is with this string. But there's your fascination.
Yeah, you better take it. I think he's probably swallowed it, Grandpa.
Yeah. He's got that down his throat.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, poor guy.
Anybody got a sharp knife?
Well, you don't want to cut it off, do you?
If you got a sharp knife, I'll cut it off.
I guess mine
Fred, Todd.
I don't have my pocket. I'm sorry. I was trying to save the goose there.
Oh, I'm trying to film it.
Oh, dear. Hey, what's this?
Well, he did swallow that.
might be around his tongue or something.
Do you want?
that knife, John?
I don't. I left it at home.
What about your skimming knife, Dad?
Oh, yeah. That's
Where
right.
did you get a knife?
What's this, Todd?
That looks like an M.
It is?
Yes, but look, there's an M.
That's an awfully big hole.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, come on, fellas. Here's your stuff.
Well, they sure know what they're getting, don't they?
Here's your knife.
Alright.
He wants to know.
Looks like they're all eating pretty good.
Well, except that one over there.
Which?
That's
Oh,
probably
that's the one. Oh,
I don't know.
too bad.
Look at him go at it. Isn't that something? Where's the one? Is that one over there the one that swallowed the string?
I think so. I zeroed in on him though. I don't see it.
He doesn't look too good.
Here, Rob, I'll take that.
Sure, get him first.
These are the chickens that will meet their fate shortly.
Or is this a rating technique, Doug?
I think I will. Dave, I have chosen my weapon.
Have you?
Well, let's see. I'll get down. This is the cord I was telling you about, John. This is a lot
This is
better
my
than
weapon.
that bucket in that corner.
You should choose one for yourself.
We don't have tons of light.
Actually, no, I better not say that with the camera on. Never mind.
What are these?
You don't think you're going to use my stone for that girl attack, do you?
I do.
These are iron guards that the Nephites wore at ancient time.
You know, I don't think the Nephites wore them, but I think you're right. Why in the world would you wear one of these? Is that a fancy bow arm guard?
Because if
If Falcon happens to fly by and want to land on your arm, you'll be ready.
no, if you're fighting somebody and you don't want to chop your hand off.
Yeah, chop the hand over.
Well,
See, watch here. Let's see if I can chop your hand.
But it's not.
Oh, what are these things, Grandpa?
What's that?
What are these weapons?
Oh, they're for the sagebrush.
Sage
When I'm working sagebrush in the wintertime, my sleeves all get lacerated. I've got old shirts all over the place that I've had to throw away because everything else is okay. But there. So I put those on me when I go
Good
looking
idea.
in the sage.
You're cut everything to length first. Sorry, you can film Dad cutting some strings to length.
Alright.
Oh boy.
That was probably
Yes, 1,000.
thrill is insurmountable.
Here we are witnessing Dad cutting the strings to length.
Oh, there's a
And I found two, what I later priced as $25 Swiss Army knives. The monster knife catch by somebody else.
So you made $10.
Well, something like that. Actually, they were not in real great condition.
Oh.
I mean, they were in okay condition, but they're not condition that you would certainly pay, market price for. But still, I have, that's one is the pocket knife I carry around, and the other is Ian Treese's 72-hour kit.
I'll get fried because of your video, Dave.
Todd's the murderer.
Dave,
Yes.
do you remember when we bought that hatchet there so we could chop down the weeping willow tree in the front yard? Just before I left on my mission and you went into the Air Force?
Nope.
Oh, don't you?
Nope.
Do you remember when we... I'm about to get a crippled head.
This is the first stage of the murder of the chickens. Rob goes in. Rob goes in and they all freak out. Boy, it's too bad we can't record smell, huh, Rob?
Yep.
Rob caught the first one. Now Rob takes it ceremoniously over. Meets Todd.
Get down there. Wind up as you get. And then to get it down.
Am I supposed to explain this as I go?
Nope, just murder.
Supposed to get it in one chop though,
Todd puts, or Rob puts the noose over it.
It's not using the sharp hatchet. I don't think he can do it.
And then Todd,
Is that a cripple?
Yeah.
Good.
I think she got a No.
Todd dispatches of it
We don't have
They only guarantee that.
in one fell swoop.
Oh, we don't
I'll
have
take
a
it.
bag.
Yes, I got a bag all up there.
Way to go, Todd.
Doug, you know where.
And Rob takes care of the head.
Oh, wait.
Another chicken. That was a miserable looking chicken.
I know, I didn't say that. See, now if they would all be that small, I wouldn't get bloody because I can hold these ones, just a big monsters that I can't grab on with one hand. Although since the first time we did this, and I do, and so I do better. I do better. Well, look at this. Feathers there. The ye old chopping block. Castle.
I'm telling you, if you guys back me, I'm going to produce a flock of these chickens with absolutely no cripples. One way I'll do that, as soon as it's crippled, I'll kill it, throw it in the trash. Then I'll let it around and suffer
Yeah.
for 5 or 6 weeks.
Yeah. Much better hack.
Did you film that?
He's back there filming it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, but Dad's still. If I bring one out, will you be done with that one by the time it's ready?
No, probably not.
Well, Todd can hang that one in that, and he can hold the other one.
Probably shouldn't do it.
Yeah, we
Supposed to
usually-
come in as soon as this chicken is ready. Get in the process there. They're out. Therefore.
What?
By the way, regardez-vous. Pinion pines on each side. Please don't trample.
Oh.
I worked all one fall and
Where are
winter,
they?
transplanting 29 of those trees from the forest. They all died with these two.
I was gonna say, I didn't think you could transplant
Right there.
them.
And right over there.
I don't see it.
Where are they now?
Oh, there.
Look, there's one behind you.
Oh,
The
yeah.
other one's over here. The weed's bigger than the tree.
Kind of like Grandpa's giant sequoias that were in the shade over there.
We can trample on anything else out here? We can trample on anything else out here?
Not
for
really.
instance?
Those plants are okay. That's beautiful little plant, but I kind of keep it mowed down.
Okay.
I used to get mad next to doing it. Finally, the sage lost out completely.
We killed him.
Well, I remember that fence used not to be there, and in between chickens, when Dad was a little slower, and we had time between chickens, we would catch tadpoles in that goose pond there.
Yeah, there's a bunch
They're
of
mostly
frogs.
grown into frogs now.
Yeah.
Actually toads rather than frogs. When I ran the pond over the other day, several of them went over the edge, and I don't know what they do after they get over.
They get eaten by those chickens, probably.
I doubt it.
Really?
Those two hens, John, suffered great psychological damage at last year's harvest.
You think so?
Do hens suffer psychological
Unbelievable,
damage, Grandpa?
John. Absolutely unbelievable. They have never gotten over the terror of that experience.
Oh, Dad, I don't believe that. You really think that's true?
Well, the evidence is beyond doubt.
What is the evidence?
Every time they see me, they scream and run.
Why should that bother them? You didn't do anything.
The only reason I don't kill them, get rid of them, is that they lay the most beautiful eggs of any hen I've ever owned.
Well, you look like Grandpa, Dad. Maybe they can't tell the difference.
Maybe.
They're really fat.
Well, those chickens were all over here listening to the screams and the. I really wondered if it's possible for that to have that strong psychological effect on them. Boy, that meat looks pretty good, even though those things are crippled.
Oh, yeah. You're all right.
But I'm sure looking forward to the day when I can supply you with a perfect body, but without crippling. It won't be as big and marvelous as the best of these are. Whoever's done that has done a job. You remember when Davenport, Iowa, when we lived out in that place where there was a poultry house and apple trees, and I swung a little swing from it for you?
Yeah?
And you remember that we raised some chickens out there?
Uh-huh.
You wouldn't begin to have any recollection of
It's time to go get them.
Now you push on his lungs first to see if he'll cluck after he's already dead. I always do that. It's really fun. Okay. First thing you do is cut off his legs. Cut this. This is a really wimpy bird. You cut it on both sides, and then pop it like that, and it comes off, and you finish cutting it.
Okay.
You set it over here. This is where things need to be washed off. Over there, they're ready to be done.
Okay.
Okay, you do the other side. Cut it once there. Cut it once there. And cut it off all the way.
Okay.
Then you do the wings. Same thing, kind of. You just kind of cut around the wings. I never could figure it out. You always have to find the joints because you don't have to cut through any bones. Just all the tendons and things. The wing comes off. You sort of look for the joint. You can kind of see it there.
Mm-hmm.
And you cut through, and then it opens up.
Okay.
Ah, okay. Now the bird goes in the sink. This is where it starts getting gross. Now the first thing you have to do is cut the back off. You make a little incision right past the ribs and cut it back this direction, if I remember right. Trying not to cut any guts open. Same thing on the other side. You find the ribs and start right there and just cut backwards. Okay. Oh yeah, and then you have to cut around this thing that I'm not going to mention what it really is. I'm not very good at this. I haven't done this forever. I hope I remember how to do it. Okay, let's see here. Right, okay, then you separate the two back pieces, you cut it right in here. This chicken is so small. Kind of cut in as far as it'll go, same thing on this side. And then you sort of break the bone. There's a joint right there too. Kind of break through it. And cut it off. Alright, there's the back, has to be washed off. Alright. Now let's see. You kind of have to fish all this stuff out.
Explain what the stuff is, Doug.
There's the gizzard, and there's the intestine there. You pull the craw out. That thing there is the craw. That's why you don't feed it the night before, so that'll come out easily. Okay, and here's the liver. That got left behind. It usually kind of all slimes out in one pull, you know. But
All right.
okay, there's the liver. You try not to break the gallbladder and make a big green mess everywhere. Okay, I'm not sure what we're going to do with the liver. I don't know if we want it. And then you rinse everything off. Always nice. I always wondered, you know, you can fill this up with whatever you want and sort of drink it because it's quite Actually, it's not watertight. It's leaking out of the bottom. Anyway. Okay. And then usually what I'll do probably is give it to you at this point and you'll take over. I'll do most of that, I think.
Okay.
What you do with this is you cut, there's a bone right, kind of, well anyway, you can cut through all that stuff right there. And then there's the ribs and you have to kind of just cut through those like that on both sides. Same thing here, you cut starting there. You have to sort of hold on to it firmly, it's kind of hard, and then you cut through like that. Okay, then there's those two joints up by the neck, you kind of just break through the joint, pull it apart, like so. Usually you don't have to cut through much. Alright, and then that is the piece, that is the breast piece. And we usually cut that up in about 4 pieces. This one's kind of small, so we might only have to cut it up into 2. Worry about that later. And then you have the neck. Okay, what you have to get the lungs out. These babies are the lungs. You kind of start like that and just sort of goosh them out with your finger. They're not a very pleasant thing to find on your plate. Same thing on this side, you goosh it out. Pull out everything, pull off anything that looks kind of gross. Like so. The neck always has a bunch of goobers all over it. I like to get off. Like the ligaments and things. Kind of just slimes off. Okay. Then all you have to do is separate the neck from the back. You just cut underneath that bone there, as far down as you can go. Same thing here. Cut it around on both sides, like that. And usually you just kind of break it and twist it off. Like so. Separate it. Then all you have to do is find the heart. Oh, actually, I don't know if we keep the heart. Here's the heart. And that's it. This chicken is done. Actually, you're going to have to cut the breast apart in different